Hi everyone, it's great to see you. I am outside today and I'm going to be taking stock of how my hydrangea are doing. So it is the beginning of June, and if you have any more of those sticks sticking up out of your Macrophylla hydrangea, it's definitely time to trim them back, because by now we should be able to tell what parts of our hydrangea are alive, and we get a really good idea of how they're going to bloom. So let's take a look and see what I have in the garden. So we're going to start at the new side garden and take a look at the hydrangeas and see which ones have buds on them. So right up front here, I have a beautiful vanilla strawberry. So vanilla strawberry is a panicle hydrangea, which is, I only have two of them. They blew off of new wood, and this one will bloom later than your regular macrophyllas. So they don't have any buds yet, but that's okay. That's where they're supposed to be at the moment. But right next door to that panicle, I do have Froggy in its pot. Now Froggy was overwintered in my shed, and you can tell that there are a number of buds set on here. Froggy is going to have a very good year, and because Froggy is really a zone 7, not a zone 6, it's really important that he was kept in the shed over the winter. Otherwise we wouldn't be getting this beautiful set of blossoms that are going to come. Next in line, we have 3 of the Seaside Serenade Newport. The one closest to me was covered with a bucket over the winter. The other 2 were not, and they all have buds. I am so thrilled with this hydrangea. So if you are looking for a very petite hydrangea, they only get about 2.5 by 2.5 feet. This is a great choice if you are in zone 6B. Take a look at the buds that we have here. I mean, they are all over these plants, all of them. I'm so excited about this. I have these 3, and then I have another one out front, and it seems to me that the Seaside Serenade Newport does fabulously, and they bloom in this beautiful deep purple to bright pink. So if you're looking for something a little unique, that's a good choice. Now this was a big surprise to me. Big Band, new last year. Look at all of those buds. Oh my gosh, it was out in the cold all winter. That is a sign that this is a great one for winter hardiness and the ability to bloom after a really tough winter. Now in the back you see I have Golden Penny, this beautiful lemony color. Golden Penny is really hardy to zone 7. And I do not see any buds on it. I love the color of the foliage though, so maybe it'll just stay here for the foliage. And in here we have City Line Paris. City Line Paris did overwinter in the shed, but it sets its blooms a little later than others. So as I look carefully at these, I see some places where it looks like we have some coming, but I can't promise yet, so I'll keep you posted on that. Okay. Oh my goodness, another really, really happy surprise. Forever and Ever Peppermint. Overwintered outside without covering. Look at all of those blossoms, those buds coming. Oh, another month and this will be spectacular. Okay, there's our beautiful water fountain. Behind it to the left, we have our second panicle hydrangea. This is Berry White. So Berry White was planted last year, and my guess is we will have blossoms at the end of each of those stems, but we have to wait a little bit longer for our panicles. As we continue down, we have Rhythmic Blue. Check out the buds. Rhythmic Blue is a really strong performer. Now it's interesting, I have 3 of them. This one and then 2 more behind. And the 2 behind do not have any buds yet. I don't know if the one in front gets more sun or what it is, but they're all alive and we'll just see what happens. Oh, another beautiful cosmos in bloom today. All that seed planting was worth it. And here is Spike. Spike was overwintered outside and is really looking good. Lots of great buds for spike. Another first-year hydrangea that made it through that tough winter, so a good choice. Now, I do purposely try to choose my hydrangeas that are going to do well in this area, so it makes me happy that that research is worthwhile. Here's Summer Crush. Now, I know people say Summer Crush is just amazing for performing for them. I have 3, and I haven't had a ton of luck. This is 1, but it does have some buds for the first time. This little one back here is another one. No buds, but it's alive. And then I have another one I'll show you in a minute. Here we have a hydrangea that does not seem to have a name tag, so we will see. No buds on it either. And then over here, we have Double Down. Double Down has 1, but it's a tiny little guy, but I got him very small originally, so doing well. Oh my goodness, look at this Cosmos, another one. And then in this pot, we have Vanilla Swirl. Oh yeah, I'm really excited about Vanilla Swirl. Now, Vanilla Swirl, I think this is going to be a bud here, but I can't quite, yeah, if I pull it apart, you can see there's just a tiny bud starting. I think it needs a little more time. Oh, here's one up here. Tiny, tiny bud. A little further behind the others, but does seem like it's going to bloom. Of course, it was in the shed. Over here we have another one of those Summer Crush hydrangeas that I told you about. So this is its 3rd year. First year I planted it, it looked great. Last year it did not bloom at all, but this year, take a look. There's a bud, there's one, there's a whole bunch. So, looks like it's gonna make it and give me some beautiful flowers. Oh, I love this pot. It is just amazing. Look at that. That is an abundance of flowers. And in the center, we do have a bud right there. And somewhere in here, it tells us what it is. But, oh, this is Wedding Gown. Beautiful. Okay. Oh my goodness, take a look at our climbing hydrangea. It is spectacular. I mean, here's my hand. Look at the size of that. Oh my gosh. So it's kind of like fluffy and fuzzy on the inside with the florets around the outside. I love it. Don't we wish we could just freeze like each plant in its prime and keep it that way for the whole season? I'm definitely going to enjoy this. I'm going to swing back around. Here we go. There's one more that I missed in this pot. City Line Venice, I believe. It's Venice or Vienna. Just a second. It is City Line Venice. Good. So now City Line Venice overwintered in the shed. I don't see any blossoms yet. Any buds. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's head back now into the backyard. So I have a few more hydrangeas back here. Not too many. Everything's looking so nice and lush. Okay, so this is a summer, this is the original. No blossoms there yet. My sedum is looking good. Look at that, heuchera. And the hostas have come in enough that even as the bunnies nibble them, they're still okay. Look at all this astilbe. Oh, it's going to be in bloom soon. I'll show it to you then. Lots of foliage back here. We'll come around the corner. So up here I have another original, which really died pretty much back. I don't see any. Oh, I take it back. Look, we have one. One bud. Okay, we'll take that. This year, after this winter that we had, we'll take anything. Here's Wee Bit Grumpy. No blossoms yet, no buds yet. Oh, my daylilies. Oh. And I did put some tuberous begonias to give a little bit of sun over here. Now this is the purple that was here when we moved in, it really died all the way back. I don't see any buds yet. I don't think we're going to get anything off of this bush this year. But way in the back, I have another City Line Paris. And look, there's a bud. Woohoo! It did not bloom last year. Oh, there's two more on this side. Wow. There it is. One there. And then here we have kimono. Kimono died all the way to the ground. Don't see any buds yet, but it might come. I'm really pleased though. Overall, we're going to have something this year, which is wonderful. Okay. Oh, look at that rose. Is that not gorgeous? Amazing. I love it. That's just a non-stop rose. And the pink color is beautiful. Oh my goodness. So here we have two of the After Midnight hydrangeas. Here's the other. Remember, they're part serrata. So we do have some buds here. Oh, that's great. Love that one. That blooms sort of a deep purplish color. And then I have to just show you. This is Akusa dogwood, and it is in bloom. Absolutely amazing. Just heading up on our deck here. We have a couple up here. Let's see how we're doing. This was a cutting last year, so I don't know if it's going to bloom this year. Oh, it is. Yay. Now I have to look up what the cutting is. Hold it. This is, oh, I take it back, not a cutting. This was a gift hydrangea that I overwintered. So I don't know which kind it is. It was a, one of those that comes in the grocery store around Mother's Day. Often not hardy enough to plant outside. But I overwintered it inside. And here is Mars, City Line Mars. And we have a number of buds coming. Oh, fabulous. Also overwintered inside. City Line Mars is a little tender. So I do always overwinter that one. And Wee Bit Giddy is up here. Wee Bit Giddy was my best performer last year. I think there's going to be some buds in here, but I can't tell yet. So we wait. Oh, so much fun though. I just love the excitement of seeing what's coming and that anticipation. The thing I love about hydrangeas is that they last so long. You really have such a long bloom span. Once they do bloom around 4th of July is really, they're coming into their own here, which is awesome. So here we are coming back up the garden path. It's my ginkgo tree looking so happy. The clematis, it's getting taller. Starting to cover up that pipe. A couple more. I can hear the air conditioner on, so sound might not be great, but we're going to do the best we can. Okay. Here we have Magical Ruby. Ooh, I'll try to stay out of the shadows here. Not seeing any buds yet for Magical Ruby. I have two of them. Nope. Okay. This was Cherry Explosion. And it is not doing great. I think that the exhaust from the air conditioning blows on it too much. Starfield was new last year. Here's Starfield, and it doesn't seem to have blossoms. But Next Generation Pistachio, take a look. I love Next Generation Pistachio. It has a bunch. It's interesting how these buds are like more splayed out. So I don't know how it's gonna bloom, but it looks really interesting. Wow. I have just a few of the hydrangeas up front here. Once again, you hear the air conditioner. Over here we have LA Dreamin'. Oh, and there is a bud. There we go. LA Dreamin' is one of those really cool hydrangeas in that it blooms pink and blue and purple all on the same bush. That's what it's known for. I have another one over here. Here's the other LA Dreamin' hydrangea, and it is looking good. Look at this. We have a bud there. Nice. I see a couple more. So we're going to get some good hydrangeas from that one. When walking up the front, I do have one smooth hydrangea. And look at all of those blossoms. That's one that does really well. It's going to be, this is Seaside Serenade Bar Harbor. And then here's a little wee bit giddy, but it has a lot of little buds. There's another little wee bit giddy here. They both died down to the ground, but here they're going to bloom. They bloom on old and new wood. Oh, look at that, it'll still be coming in. Rhododendrons look great. And then over here, we have just a couple hydrangeas in pots. Even the bunnies are in for the hot afternoon sun. Okay. So, oh my goodness, Everlasting Revolution, which I said I was going to give up on if it didn't bloom this year. Look at that. Buds. And lots of them. Yay, it was worth the 3-year wait to get it to bloom. Let's hope it does an amazing job this year. I really like how the rim gap is looking too, with the Creeping Jenny and the Scaevola. Really nice. Seems to like that spot. And then one more, you can tell we still have some mulch here. The never-ending pile of mulch. I never quite order the right amount. And here we have City Line Vienna. And this bloomed kind of late last year, so I don't see any buds this year, but I'm still hopeful that it'll end up blooming. It really surprised me last year. Since we're up front, I'll just walk you by the front of the house. I've added in some tuberous begonias. The front urns are looking really good. Even though we've still had some cold nights, and it is going down, not tonight, I think maybe tomorrow, into the 40s again. Oh my goodness. So that's an update on how my hydrangeas are looking right now. If you're in a nursery and you see some of these that did really well for me, consider maybe that's a good choice for you. If you're in zone 6B, we really want to choose those hydrangeas that will give us the most blooming power. I'd love to hear what is coming along for you after this difficult winter so that I can add some more hydrangeas to my garden. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.